Hey there, my name is John Suscovich from Farm Marketing Solutions, and I got a good video for you guys today. Today we're going to talk about how I got $4.75 per chicken in labor and how you can get that cost down to make your chickens more economical throughout your season so that you can have a more profitable farm. Now, on average, you're going to have 56 days total for an 8-week rotation for a Cornish cross broiler chicken raised out on pasture. You can get it shorter if you raise them in a barn, but that is completely against everything that we stand for. You can go a little bit longer if you want a huge bird or if you want to switch to a heritage breed. But for a standard Cornish cross white chicken raised for meat, 8 weeks out on pasture. Now with those 8 weeks or 56 days total, we have about an hour a day average for 50 of those days with 6 very exceptional days that we're gonna add in more hours. So your average daily chores would take you about an hour, and that for me is driving out to the pasture, moving the birds, feeding, watering, checking in on them, making sure everything is okay, and then moving on. And with the brooder, my checks might be shorter, but I'm going to do more of them because they're babies and they're more fragile, so I'm going to spend more time with them. Now with the exceptional days, we have things like the chicks getting delivered and picking them up at the post office, so driving into town, getting the birds and coming back. We have prep days for prepping the brooder in the field to make sure everything is good and cleaned and turned over from the last batch or for the beginning of the season. We have a field move, which is moving them from the brooder into the field where I'm catching them up, bringing them out to the field and releasing them into the chicken tractor, separating them, counting them, making sure everything's good, adjusting feeder and water heights accordingly once I get the birds in there. Processing about an 8-hour day, depending on what you're doing, whether you're processing on farm, driving somewhere, I count in about 8 hours. I have to drive somewhere, drop them off, wait, and then pick them up again. It's a longer day, but I get other things in. So the total time for me is 8 hours. And then inventory and administrative, where you're counting up, taking all the sheets from the field and putting them into a spreadsheet so that you know what you're doing going forward and what you did in the past so you can make better decisions as you develop your farm throughout the years. Now, our total labor hours for the entire batch are going to be 76 hours. So if you have your 1 hour a day for 50 days plus your 6 exceptional days, when I have all the hours for those laid out in my book, which is another 26 hours. So you have 76 hours in for the whole batch. And if this is the sticking point, and this is what I get a lot of arguments on, we're just going to generalize and say $15 an hour. It could be more than that if you value your time more than that. It could be less than that if you're paying somebody minimum wage. We're going to go with the standard $15 an hour. And at $15 an hour for 76 hours for 240 birds, that's $1,140 that you're going to pay out in labor costs just to raise those chickens. Now, when we take that $1,140 divided it by 240 chickens, we get $4.75 per bird on a labor basis. And now when you think about that, you can go to your Costco or grocery store and buy a rotisserie chicken for $5 that is not only plucked and ready to go, but it is cooked and warm and ready for you to eat at your house. That is insane. So you're going to do things to accommodate or to tweak your labor numbers throughout the years. You can raise bigger batches and bigger chicken tractors. You're moving more birds down the field per move, which lowers your cost per bird basis. Because if you have to move 100 birds in 10 moves or 100 birds in 1 move, it's more efficient to move them in 1 move in 1 bigger chicken tractor. But you might need a tractor to move that chicken tractor. It all comes down to how you're going to specifically manage your area. And when you have a good handle on what your labor numbers are, you're going to be able to make those adjustments in a smarter way. One of the things that I've done to see what I'm doing, how long it's taking me, and what I can do to improve is these YouTube videos. I've been creating videos for YouTube now since 2013. And as I create these videos, I'm creating time and motion studies because I'm filming myself the entire time I'm doing it. And that gives me the total time I've done it, and it's giving me what exactly my motions are, so I can sit down with my crew later on, just myself in the little editing studio on my computer, and say, This is what I've been doing. I'm walking a lot. What are some things you notice? Am I bending too much? Are there things that we can implement, investments that we can make to bring that labor number down, to bring our profitability up? And bringing that labor number down doesn't work somebody else out of a job. There's always something else to do on farm. Being smart about how you use your time and your labor is something that comes with the art of actually being a farmer and doing this as a profession. I know this is going to open a lot of discussion. I want to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section below, or head on over to farmmarketingsolutions.com and then go to the bottom of the page and fill out the Ask Me Anything form for all of your chicken and livestock questions. If you are interested in the information that I presented this week, I have the Pastured Poultry packet number 1, which we'll try to get it without a glare. And this is the book that I wrote that detailed out all of the expenses that I've ever found with raising chickens and how to find them for yourself, so that you have this information going forward and you can be better at pastured poultry farming. Thanks for taking the time to watch these YouTube videos, and until next time, I will see you out in the field.